Hello, lovely people, and welcome to the Lovely Digest podcast. I'm your host and friend Emily, founder and creative director at Bet Creative, sharing weekly wellness wisdom with you every Wednesday. My goal is to help you design your dream life and make the transition from being in information overload to being your own personal success story. Make sure to subscribe to get notifications every time a new episode comes out so you don't miss the latest simple and actionable tips for improving your well-being. Originally, I titled this Product Empties and wanted to chat about products I've been loving lately. But then as I wrote, I realized I was writing about how I've been trying to navigate this material world in an ethical and sustainable manner for both the world and my wallet. Fashion, wellness, and lifestyle are a few of my favorite subjects, also where pretty much all my money goes. And I love talking about them, so hopefully you find this interesting anyways. The first category I wanted to talk about is fashion. I'm a fashion girly. I went to art school and grew up reading Teen Vogue, then Vogue, like they were my Bible, or my second Bible after the actual Bible. When I was 12, I figured out that things in Vogue usually came into fashion about 2 years later. Now that digital media and influencers are a thing, though, I think it's more instantaneous, like obviously fast fashion. But then, a long time ago, I would go through Vogue and the magazines and make like a little or large list of things I wanted to add to my wardrobe. And then when I went shopping with my mom, I would look for similar things when we went back to school shopping. My mom always commented that I was able to find exactly what I wanted, and well, that's manifestation for you. Kidding, but not really kidding. I really enjoyed that process, and while I went through a bit of a slump when I got sick, lately I'm rediscovering my style and getting back into my Vogue magazines. So as I've mentioned before when talking about food, fashion is the same where voting with your dollar really matters. Shopping at fast fashion stores continues to fund unethical and unsustainable practices, so it's super important to prioritize investing in lifetime pieces such as like not necessarily more expensive, but like taking time to like curate your wardrobe and hunt for things and find things in thrift shops and such that are going to last you forever as much as possible. That being said, our fashion sense will change over the course of our lifetime. The best we can do is take at least 30 days to decide on a product and if we really want it or if it's just trendy. That's usually my rule of thumb, is doing the shopping bag method where you put everything in your shopping bag and then don't check out. And if you really like shopping, this can be like a way to kind of trick your brain into feeling like you're shopping but not actually buying anything. Like if you go to a physical store, you kind of feel like you have to buy them then, otherwise like you're only going to be able to put it on hold for 24 hours. But that can be another really good thing, is if you have a tendency to like go crazy shopping and you want to cut back, ask the stores to hold them so that you do have to come back either by the end of the day or within 24 hours. And then if you don't feel like it, then it's not that important to you, clearly. So that can be a good way to cut the habit as well. But if we do grow out of pieces as we age, which is just inevitable, size-wise and or fashion taste-wise, recycling the clothing by donating or reselling to a consignment shop or giving it to a friend is the most effective way to make sure your clothing isn't ending up in a landfill. Also, taking care to buy products made from pure materials such as ethically sourced cotton, wool, linen is the best way to ensure longevity and recyclability of the clothing you're wearing. Not to mention, this clothing is just better for your body. Plastic-based materials such as polyester can alter and enhance body odor. I don't know about you, but whenever I wear something with polyester in it, my BO smells so bad and it just clings to the shirt and it's awful and just makes for a very uncomfortable outfit. I remember when I wore cotton polyester pants on the plane and ended up with an actual kidney infection from a UTI. And when I get UTIs, they hurt, guys. Like, I don't care if this is TMI. Like, I get them and they hurt so bad, even when they're mild. So the fact that I got an actual kidney infection because my body couldn't breathe, because the planes are so dry, and I feel like you want to wear something like super natural and airy and just let things breathe. Like, even your BO or your armpits, like, you want that all to breathe. So yeah, just look for more ethically sourced materials, like the ones that I mentioned. I don't hold back here. I'm just trying to be real with you. A lot of women listen to this podcast. You want to make sure things are breathing, and just your body needs the best of the best. I would also just like to put it out there and let you know that I have turned on listener support, which is offered through Anchor, which is the platform that I use to publish this podcast with Spotify. They offer several tiers that renew monthly for 99 cents, $4.99, or $9.99. And by picking one of these, you can support me so that I can continue to make these podcasts and deliver good quality content to you guys. I'm looking to maybe invest in a better microphone so that you don't hear my S's as annoyingly as you do now. So apologies for that, but that is something that I would put that money towards. I would also love to start having guests on. And, once you dive into something and you start getting into it, there's so many hidden costs and things once you start learning more and wanting to upgrade. So again, you would be greatly supporting my channel. If you feel inclined to do this, please feel free. If not, that's totally fine. This is free content and I just want it to be totally accessible for anyone. But again, if you feel inclined, you can head to my page and click listener support, I believe, and just choose whatever tier you want, and that'll automatically renew each month. So if you want to just make a one-time payment, make sure to remember to cancel. Thank you in advance. I really appreciate you all for being here. And again, if you don't have the ability to make that contribution and want to know how you can help me out, leaving a review would be an amazing thing. So again, whatever you end up doing for this podcast, I appreciate you, even if you're just listening and that's all you can do right now. I really love you for that and appreciate you for that and hope you'll stick around. When it comes to makeup, take some time to research the company behind the product, look at their packaging and who the founder is and what they stand for. Do they avoid testing on animals? Do they use recycled plastics or glass bottles? Find out what means the most to you and create a little checklist for what you're looking out for when buying new products. Obviously, you can't do everything all the time, but honestly, my rationalization for myself is that I spend so much time watching YouTube and videos. I can watch something where someone explains the best products and healthy products and what to look out for. So spend 5 minutes and maybe learn a little bit about your products, not to mention making sure there's no formaldehyde or talc or other toxins in your makeup. When I found out that formaldehyde is actually a really common product or ingredient in a lot of products, and it's also what they use to make bodies not decompose when they bury them, really grossed me out. But making sure that none of that is in your makeup, which is way more common than you think, and that can cause skin microbiome issues like eczema and hives, which I have experienced, and that's when I learned about it. And so I just want to save you before that happens to you. If it hasn't already, hopefully it hasn't. Just check your products. But the process of going through your products and clothes is a gradual one. Just know it takes time. as anything good does, it takes time. As you buy new, implement your goals, and over time you'll have a wardrobe and products that more reflect your values. And this can be applied to pretty much everything, not just clothes and makeup. Just apply these principles of like taking time to research and invest in like things that are going to last you a while and are healthier. And what I've noticed is that I actually spend less money because I'm like taking time to think about what I want. Actually, like if it's going to bring me joy, and, you know, focusing on having like more quality over quantity. And so in the last like 2 years, even since COVID and when I got Crohn's and my body changed so much, that my wardrobe has really pared down to just be like the best of the best. And now I really enjoy wearing what I do have. And I feel really good, and I don't have acne anymore. So over time, you'll find that like you just have everything that you need. And one day you'll look back and be like, oh wow, like I've actually have, like, there's nothing that I really use anymore that is not aligned with my values, which is really cool. But your assignment this week is to make a plan to go through your home and investigate the products and clothes you have. Make piles for donations and piles for consignment and clear space for the new. This will not only clear your mind, but give you a clean and healthy space. Well, that is it for now, lovelies. Thank you so much for tuning in. For more tips and to join our online community off the podcast, follow Lovely Digest on Instagram and Emily Beck on YouTube. The links will be below. To join our email community and get notified of new discounts, tips, and resources, follow the link in the show notes. If you thought this was helpful or know if it might help a friend, please make sure to share it, and if you feel inclined, leave a review. It really helps get these tips in front of the people who may really benefit from this community we have here. See you next week.